This is Can Youth's Exploration, your topic in a podcast, and I'm going to be exploring an article, a very important article. Yes, I am Dr. Can Youth White. Look, this article is a very interesting article written by Sandee LaMottee, um, LaMottee, that is. And, you know, many people around the world have been challenged by their sexual life. And Sandee had written an article that speaks to the essence of this challenge, what I want to call a wicked problem for many people, men and women. And it's interesting the findings that Sandee came up with, and she had actually explored a number of articles, other articles, journals, and talked, I suspect, to a number of experts as it relates to this topic. And Sandee actually called her article an often overlooked way to improve your sex life in 2025 as you start the new year and want to improve on a number of things. And Can Use Exploration with yours truly, Dr. White, will explore this article and many other articles to come, right? Just to keep you in the loop. You might not have time to read, but give you a little bit of what's going on in a number of important critical articles for you to go and explore more. And the article again is an often overlooked way to improve your sex life in 2025, written by Sandee LaMottee, um, CNN. It was written January 6th, 2025. I'm hoping that I have that last name correctly, Sandee, if you are watching. All right. But it's a very good article, I must say, and interesting for a number of persons to read. Let's explore this article, right? It the author suggested that sex might not be the same with your partner anymore. The answer is yours. Look, she has explored a number of articles and look at and perhaps interview a number of experts on this. And one of the experts that she had explored is Phyllis Z. As cited, she had cited that this expert actually believe that it is important for us to look at our sleep habit as a couple in order to improve our sex life. Interesting, some of the things that will be said by this expert and explore further by the author. Look, the the expert and the author agree that it is important not for us to just throw ourselves out of the loop and decide that okay, it is the challenge of the other person. So don't just you know toss it up to my partner just isn't interested because there could be some external factor that is affecting your sex life. And you might say, I'm too tired to care about sexual desire. Or, oh, I am just getting old. That's just the way it is. So the expert is saying most people will say that, and we have to think outside the box because what we have said, what we or we have labeled ourselves, and others for that matter, might not be the case. So guess what happened? They are saying that poor quality sleep is directly linked to inadequate level of sex hormones such as testosterone. Testosterone for man, right, men? And if you think that just apply to men, according to the authors, think again because it's a man and woman, men and women situation, right? So the author, right, Sandee, continue in her article as she look at improving your sex life in 2025. The sex drive in both men and women is testosterone related. She had said testosterone increases. libido, the expert suggested, right? Testosterone begins to rise about 3 or 4 o'clock and peak in the morning. What that means, don't ask me. I will read it again. The experts are actually saying testosterone, as it relates to sex, involves men and women, and that testosterone increases libido, and that testosterone begins to rise about 3 or 4 o'clock and peak in the mornings. Okay, read between the lines. So the author actually continued to explore studies, as I've said, and other journals, and talk to experts. And it is suggested that studies have shown that if you have disrupted sleep, those levels that we talked about will actually fall, will decrease, will be affected. So get your sleep, no man. Get your sleep. Try to get your sleep, and it's not a man thing alone, according to the article, woman thing as well. Because listen, the article said women over 50 who sleep fewer than 7 to 8 hours per night were less likely to report being sexually active than younger women, according to a 2017 um, menopause society study. So think about it now. Women over 50 who sleep fewer than 7 to 8 hours per night were less likely to report being sexually active than younger women, according to a study that was done by Menopause Society in 2017. So it's something for you ladies to think about as well, especially if you're over 50. But the article continue to suggest that women older than 70 who sleep fewer than 5 hours a night were 30% less likely to be sexually active than women sleeping 7 to 8 hours. The study also found that as a fact. Now, it's interesting for us to understand the sexual dynamics of our life, especially those of us who have partners. And it's important to understand how important our sexuality or sexual life is to the retention of our relationship, and also to stability in our own mental faculties, right? And the author continued to suggest it that in 2015, a study of sleep and sex in college students found each additional hour of sleep was correlated to an improved libido, greater vaginal lubrication, and 14% increase in having sex the next day. That's interesting, because that study is a study that would have assisted us in understanding our sexuality and the stability in our sex life. As, again, the study found that additional hour of sleep was correlated to an improved libido, greater vaginal lubrication, and a 14% increase in having sex the next day. So, Sandee in her article, continue to report that we also have to look at sex as less of a light switch, that you turn on and off, and more as a dimmer that we really need to let simmer and then turn up to percolate sexual desire. Actually, Sandee was quoting an expert, right? A sexual therapist, a sex therapist, as saying that. And it's interesting how we look at sex, right? And she's saying that, hey, we should not be looking at sex as a sort of light that we turn on and off. Turn you on, turn you off, turn you on, turn you off, turn you on, turn you off, right? But we should be looking at sex, it's not like a light switch, but more as a dimmer that you really need to let simmer and then turn up to percolate sexual desire. That sounds poetic, right? Yes, that we're looking at an often overlooked way to improve your sex life in 2025. An article written by Sandee LaMottee, CNN, and it was written on the 6th of January 2025. Yes. Canute Exploration, we're just exploring important articles. I am Dr. Canute White, and we give the credit this article to Sandee as it's actually on the screen here, and you can find our article if you type that into Google. I'm sure that you will find it, and there are actually more to what I'm exploring here. So please go to the article and find it. But it said that if it requires for you to look at some of the situation as it relates to sex, how you view sex, how you view sexuality. The article really spur a sort of looking into yourself as it relates to that, as you try to improve your sex life. And it requires, according to the article, an attitudinal shift. You need to shift how you think about things, your attitude. And I think you have to slow up, show up and try to simmer the situation, as she talked about simmering, and as she suggested that, and that requirement of attitudinal change in your life, in how you relate to sex and sexuality, and that the expert think you have to show up prepared to do that simmer thing, then percolate as suggested, and let desire emerge, as opposed to just let it happen, happening. So, when we explore some of these articles, we love to look for solutions. And in Sandee's article, an often overlooked way to improve your sex life in 2025. Yes, it's written by Sandee, Sandee, right? And look, she made some good suggestion. Look it up now. Look up the article and read some more, because she also have some solutions. She said, what happened? Work on your sleep hygiene, people. Work on how much you sleep, because the greater amount of sleep you get is the better your sex life and your sexuality. So look, work on your sleep hygiene. She gave some suggestions in her article, which is very, very pertinent. She said that we keep our bodies clean, washing skin and your hair, brushing and flossing your teeth will help, because it's critical for us to work on our sleep hygiene, and working on our sleep hygiene basically mean working on our body. Brush your teeth at night, no? It's critical. It's very, 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 I cannot overemphasize, very important for you to brush at night. Yeah? Take care of your oral hygiene at night. That's critical. And the expert is suggesting that it will help you to sleep well. Right? So brush your teeth at night. Yeah. Have a shower now. Yeah, maybe if you have to bathe 1, 2, 3 times, that's fine. But the night shower, yeah, that cannot be overemphasized either. So shower, get your body clean, that is, wash your skin, comb your hair and all of that. When I was growing up, I used to comb my hair very often in the nights, age 10 and so 12. Yeah, comb your hair in the nights and go to bed. I don't know. It was so, I think, for me. But let's go back to Sandee's article, right? Which is important. So take care of your body now. Take care of your body. She thought of akin that to sleep hygiene, but it's really your body hygiene, taking care of you, and it will help you to sleep well. That's important. And she also said that if we just roll into and out of bed without doing any of those things that were suggested at night, and then in the morning, we would soon be a mess. The same applies to sleep, experts are saying, right? So come on, you're going to bed? Yeah, to the sleep hygiene, to the sleep hygiene. That's like how you do your body, and that's critical for us to do. And and again, the sleep hygiene here, as alluded by the author, perhaps it she's just trying to align it to the body hygiene, and she's saying that if you refuse to brush your teeth and all of that, keep your body clean and your clothes clean and so on, then you'll soon be a mess. And it's the same thing in the sleeping area, right? In the sleep hygiene aspect of thing. But we can also look at it from the perspective of you doing all of this, you get a good sleep. And again, good sleep means better sexual hygiene, sexual life. So she's saying keep your bedroom cool and dark without blue light distractions such as television and smartphones. Hey, did I say something wrong? Smartphones? Yeah, a lot of us love the smartphone. It's like the smartphone go to bed with you. Yeah. So look, the article is saying, based on expert suggestions, keep your bedroom cool and not too much light. Dark is, yeah, recommended. No blue lights distraction. And these are like your television. Turn off your television, no? Turn off your smartphone. Tuck it away. Yeah? Do like a business. Hey, you cannot get me after 9 o'clock. Between 9, I reopen at what time you open? 7 o'clock. But give yourself a time, no? Right? I close at this time and I reopen at this time. So shut off your cell phone at a certain time, right? Consider it a business phone. Yes, your personal phone, a business phone. Maybe you'll get some more sleep. Who knows? But yeah, and avoid eating or drinking about 3 hours before retiring to bed, according to the expert, especially alcohol. Avoid the alcohol, no man. This which can it can affect you. So the experts are saying, and we're talking about solution here to get a good sleep, because sleep and good sex correlated, they're saying. So avoid eating or drinking about 3 hours before retiring to bed, especially alcohol, which will wake you in the middle of the night once it metabolizes. Yo. So you see, if you drink alcohol 3 hours, yeah, before, yeah, bedtime, yeah, it's can affect you. It will not allow you to sleep well. So your sleep hygiene we're talking about, based on the article written by Sandee LaMottee, CNN, and it was written on the the 6th of January, yeah, 6th, 2025, 6 2025, and the article is entitled "An Often Overlooked Way to Improve Your Sex Life in 2025." Yes, yeah, very interesting concepts here. And the article continues to say, try kind of some soothing music, try to exercise, meditation is good, and warm bath or shower to relax. Try that in the night. It's not that help you to sleep, along with some other thing that I suggested based on the article, and your oral hygiene and so on. And you see how well you sleep and how much it will improve your sex life, according to the experts. So they also continue to stop the work and prepare for relaxation. Yeah, prepare for relaxation, according to the experts here. So be prepared for relaxation, because relaxation is very critical to a good night's sleep. So stop the work and prepare for relaxation. The experts saying stop being engaged mentally about an hour before you go to bed. right? So that you can be more relaxed. So don't read an hour before bedtime, you know. Watching TV might be a mental struggle as well. Being on the phone is a mental struggle as well. Just get ready to sleep. Just relax. You might say being on the phone watching TV will help you to relax, but not for many persons. It depends on the news that you're getting, the information that you're getting, and how your brain process that information. It might not be relaxing. And trust me, on the smartphone, you never know the type of information you will be getting. So it might not be relaxing. And even on the television, it might be a suspended action movie, whatever. There's some aspect of the movie that will create a mental, you know, stir for you, and that is something you don't want to do, as it is said that's important for you. So stop being engaged mentally about an hour before bedtime so that you can be relaxed to sleeping. So there are other things that you can do, perhaps a nice game, you know, perhaps a self game, something that will not allow you to think that you're winning and worrying about it. But just try to relax. You know, find ways to relax, to be prepared for sleep according to the expert. The article is saying, and the experts are saying that they look at sex and sleep in the article and often overlooked way to improve your sex life in 2025 by Sandee LaMottee. It's important that you understand, because the article suggested that sex is actually good for sleep, right? And the sex experts are saying that, and cited by the author, that sex itself is a process of getting into a flow state, getting into our bodies, and turning off our anxious minds. So sex can be relaxing. And I know some people saying to themselves, oh, so that is why after sex, then come on, sex can be relaxing, and you know, and then the experts are saying that here what happened. It's important for us to understand our relaxing sex is, because sex is actually good for sleep. Yeah. So good up sleep make good sex, and good sex make good sleep, right? But sex itself is a process of getting into a flow state, according to expert, getting into our bodies and turning off our anxious mind. So it's actually good. And as they say, orgasm is critical as well, because orgasm releases hormones and neurotransmitters that promote sleep. So good sex nurtures sleep. Yes, again, I hear especially women say, oh, so that's why. But men can't say that too. Oh, so that's why after sex, then, I mean, it's a neurotransmitter thing. It's a chemical thing. It's really important for us to understand that orgasm and sex will promote sleep, and it depends on um, orgasmic, so to speak. The female is, then it would perhaps promote a sort of after sleep, after sex sleep situation as well. So the experts are saying that, and it's critical for us to understand how that works. But look, get tested as well for sleep disorder. Sleep disorders can also interfere with sex, and millions of Americans, yes, and even in your country too, have one or more often undiagnosed, people with undiagnosed sleep disorder. And it's critical for us to get tested and see if there is a challenge as it relates to how we sleep, and that can also affect our sex life. So that was an exploration through Canute's exploration, your topic in the podcast. I am Dr. Canute White. I've just explored an article. Yeah, explored an article by Sandee LaMottee. Yeah, gosh. Yeah, and often overlooked way to improve your sex life in 2025. Look for the article now. Yeah, we'll explore another article. Remember, yeah, there are other interviews that I've done with people from around the world on Can Youth Exploration, your topic in the podcast. Check out the last interview that I had done, that's talk about outrage culture. And you hear another one coming up as we continue to talk to individuals about situations around the world. There's been a guest that I had a few weeks, perhaps 2 months ago, who survived breast cancer, and it's critical for you to check those out. Yes, it's still Can Youth Exploration, your topic in the podcast. So we explore another article another day. Thank you. And also remember, yes, the knowledge break. You can type the knowledge break into Google and you'll see what comes up. Enjoy, Yeah, it's all about teaching, entertaining, and empowering. Thanks. Bye-bye.